water bottles, water buckets, boys and girls. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club again. Hopefully it's not going to be so nightmarish to record. Hi again, Icy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. I'm going to eat you. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Icy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh, don't worry. Going into a club specifically only so that I can watch people die is quite a thing I do often, so it's not too much of an overwhelming commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Hi, Natsuke. Can I shoot you in the face? Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. The end of what? You? Natsuke, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuke finds herself stuck between saying monika and manga. I mean, I'm not surprised. Look, there isn't much of a difference. Manga is literature. The cute little Natsuke is he's being a little cute little cat again. Yuri's for some reason just been sitting here for the entire time, just doing like literally nothing. Swiftly defeated, Natsuke plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Icy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. That is not true. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. This game is unrealistic. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. I am not someone you want to depend on. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's my job. Only I can set your house on fire and kill everyone in it. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? No, we like practically just met technically. We like, I just met this little bit of code right here like today. I might be a little jealous. Cool. How come? You and Icy can become good friends too. I see. You also dislike humans. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. But wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal and it's really not. What do I do? You kill Sayori, that's what. Murder solves all problems. I mean, that seems to be how it works in Fallout, so. And it's generally every shooter game ever, so. If it works in those games, then it'll work here too. Let's pull out a gun. Then again, I don't think this is American school, so. It's not really either. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. She reaches into her hands, into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I don't know, she doesn't seem that cute to me. She seems more or less like she's gonna stab someone or become part of a cult. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. I know, interacting with me and getting a happy response is really hard, I know. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. How buried is her entire face just entirely inside the book? Is she merging her face within the book? Because from my knowledge, that's how you properly eat a book. And yes, I said eat a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuke is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave it to me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Same, but currently that's like the only thing that will be entertaining, like the one or two, maybe three, maybe even four people who will watch it. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Which is very clearly murdering everyone in your club. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most funny thing fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. Damn, Sayori, you went from seeming to be quite optimistic to having a low bit of optimism. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do this thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, you think food will do the trick? Yes. Food always does the trick. Everyone will come if you just promise food, especially burgers. Oh wait, no, this isn't America. So, burgers would not work. Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Cupcakes don't always do the right thing. The best food is cake. Remove the cup, just take the cake, and boom, everyone will be happy. Good thinking. Natsuke would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuke makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Do you want some flesh? I could definitely offer you the flesh of some innocent children. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is her usual self. But therein lies, and that's the unexpected reason I admire. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to saying things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Or, I mean, considering from my knowledge, she's depressed, it's probably all blue. All blue and gray. And white. Ooh-wah! Ooh-wah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. Could you back up? We're currently in the middle of a pandemic right now. Could you, get out of my face? I don't want you breathing on me. I mean, then again, it wasn't really healthy in the first place because they don't have masks. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. At all. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? I always stay up late. What are you talking about, Sayori? I always stay up late. Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot my character's a weeb. Or wait, no, because I think they're like Japanese or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about this stuff. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. When do we get to the part where everyone starts dying? That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Okay, so none of them. I knew it. Come on. Sayori, stop giving me like the little touchy fingers. Stop trying to look cute. That does not stop my inner rage and bloodthirst. I still want murder. I still want to see someone die. You being all cutesy like that will not change it in any way. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. No, I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? I'm going to strangle Sayori. You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. And you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. No, she just wants her hair to look like mine, except like without the hair in the way of her eyes. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Her bow looks straight. It looks pretty straight. Unless you're talking about this, then I can't tell. Doesn't look exactly straight. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Where? Where is her toothpaste stain? Is my character alive? I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. No, they wouldn't. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care. I really don't care about that. Hey, you. Wait, I almost said mixed up hey with because of how much these characters are like doing a shy little laugh. Hey, you mean? And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'll be Sayori's boyfriend. I don't mind. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. No, I think Sayori looks way better without that thing buttoned up. Look, way better. I'm gonna watch. Oh god, this is a weird view. I don't know why, but it looks to me... Are those supposed to be shoes? Because they look like socks. They look a lot like socks. I can also see the door. And also other parts of the classroom. I get to properly look at the floor. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. It'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near your chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Let me guess, Sayori, you bought it like when you were 10. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my... I'm not gonna say it. Got bigger again. I'm not gonna say that though. I'm not gonna say this word, I will not. No thanks. No thanks, Sayori. I'd rather not. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that. Because she never does. But it's so stuffy. Aww. It's not worth it at all. So Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. So Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? Not exactly. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Sayori is hard to deal with. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Sayori, you know that's never gonna happen. Do not ask a child with ADHD to go to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Hee hee hee. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Or why not? Yay! I see, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait, Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuke and Yuri are reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Sayori. I'm definitely most comfy with sharing it with Sayori first. He's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Icy. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuke's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an icy poem. It's a icy poem. A-I-C and icy. The grammar does not work correctly with my name. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. This reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Icy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. My only motive is to murder them all. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Oh wait, no, the reason my character joined the literature club is because he's a simp. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. You can thank me in another way. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! I'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's the ending. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Yes, it is. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Well, I mean the ending was kind of bad. Came out nicer. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. No one asked. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. What's breakfast? I don't eat. I don't know what breakfast is, because I don't eat. Other than, like, when I eat children. I get all cranky. I also eat the souls of the innocent. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. I wouldn't mind seeing a cranky Sayori. Hehehe. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuge. Why not? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. Yes, excuse you. Do you want to be shot? Do you want blood in your skull? It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Yes, I do. I'll pass. No, trust me. I would definitely love to get smacked. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. And I can commit genocide. Exactly. Let me just fix the poem real fast. There needs to be an extra line added. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, and I can commit genocide. Boom, I fixed your poem. Yeah. Oh no, it's perfect. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I have no clue how to. So I'd rather it to, I don't know how to read, so I'd rather it be unsophisticated. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. A professional hacker. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuke is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yes. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Yes. I'm so sorry. No need to be sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds his train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuke can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuke. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. What? I had a bit of an issue reading that because I'm not good at reading cursive. I mean, this isn't really cursive, but like, it's hard to read for small brains like me. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. No, the issue is not your terrible handwriting. It's that you have too good handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theories? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, I see. Really? I also totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it at all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is not only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and seem to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, so... Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Don't count on me, trust me. Monika. Just Monika. Hi, Icy. Hi. I like how Monika's the only person who ever just stands directly straight up and looks directly into my soul. Having a good time so far? No. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Add some more guns, please. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, I see. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past in. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something that Sayori would like. Oh yeah, fun fact, Sayori does like it. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually very different. Because unlike Sayori, I am not a bunch of lines of code. At least I'm not designed, by a bunch. I'm not controlled by a bunch of numbers and stuff and whatever. I don't know. Well, that may may be the case, but maybe there are also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you are really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Monica, when the hell did you decide to start using the word vibe? No, now that I think about it, I sound very stupid saying that. Just ignore what I just said, please. Because now I feel a bit stupid, really. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. Yeah, you do. But in any case, Sayori's handwriting has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? It's because she's depressed. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfy doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yeah. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, this is long. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina is already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless images. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. This is... So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. Or I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Oh, I know. I know what happened. Recently, you've been gained your self-awareness. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. To you. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. It's as if this video has almost been going on for like almost an hour. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I saw. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuke. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuke's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuke dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Yes, she did. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Icy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Icy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuke suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Icy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated Yuri's. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's thing magically grew a size bigger as soon as Icy started showing up. Natsuke. Natsuke, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Icy. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. Yes, it is. She started it. You started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. You know what? It's like almost been a 50-minute long video. I don't want to bore you guys anymore, so I'm just gonna end the video here. See you guys later. Bye, everyone. Bye to like the 1 or 2 people watching. Ooh.